Thanks for clicking on State of the City. My name is Todd Prafke. I'm the city administrator here in St. Peter. Today is Wednesday, September 18th, and it's kind of cloudy right now and windy. It's supposed to turn over to sunny and windy a little bit later this afternoon. But you didn't click on Facebook or on YouTube or on our website to see the current weather report. You came to hear about things that went on at the last workshop and some tidbits of information, so let me jump right into that. Here's a copy of the agenda for that evening, and you'll see there are 3 things on the agenda plus one other thing that I wrote in there that I just mentioned to the City Council. So I'm going to cover a couple of those things: recycling, hospital CEO process, and later I'm going to mention the Boomer and Beyond Expo. Those are things. I'm not going to cover that Human Rights Commission thing. If you want to know more about that, it's really kind of cool. There's information including the packet. You can go online and click on the packet and see all the information that's included. It was more of a procedural thing on a Monday night with the Human Rights Commission stuff. As you may know, the City Council is the Human Rights Commission, and so about every year I try to go with them and review the response plan that they have that we've had in place for a number of years. So we try and review that on a yearly basis. So we reviewed that. So let me jump into it. Recycling. There are international geopolitical forces at play related to recycling, even here in St. Peter, and so things are starting to impact us. So it goes something like this. And you've probably seen this on the news all over the place. The nature of where recycling goes, what's happening with recyclable material is changing and changing quickly, and the cost of dealing with recycling stuff is changing dramatically. And so there was a council discussion about that and how it relates to our contract with our service provider, who, by the way, has done a really good job for us, LJP. They've been our contractor for hauling garbage from residents and for hauling recycling from residents for a long time. And so kind of one of the things that's going on is that in the olden days a couple of years ago, recycling kind of had a zero net value, in that once in a while you could get paid for a bundle of paper or a bundle of plastic, but places would still take it. Now we have times when recyclers don't want it, for lots of different reasons, but one of which is that they have no place for it to go anymore due to those international geopolitical forces that I mentioned at the beginning. And so we're having to think in new terms about what happens with our recycling. So this discussion was based on a discussion about our contract with LJP and what do we do moving forward? How do we handle recycling? Do we change the system? And by that I mean, do we change who hauls it, or do we change what we accept? Do we change that we go back to every other week or once a month or twice a week, or what do we do? I mean, there's all kinds of questions. And so Monday night was really the start of the discussion on that, based on changes that the environment that we live in is pushing on us. So anyway, watch for more of that. Let me talk about a few recycling things. So this is outside of that discussion from Monday night, but I think it's important that we talk about a few things that are becoming more and more important all the time. So this is a problem at the Prafke House. And so these are things that you have to recycle differently. Not because we've changed what we do, but just to provide some additional clarification and make sure that our recycling waste stream is cleaner, is better, so that the value of our recycling is better. And so here's a great example. This is a garbage bag from one of the local, or a grocery bag from one of the local businesses. We get these all of the time. In the olden days, Prafke's used to take these and put these in our recycling Kirby. That is a no-no. While they are recyclable, probably at the store or whatever store you use, and lots of the stores take them, they are not recyclable in your recycling bin. And again, it's not because they're not recyclable, it's because where our recycling goes can't handle it in taking it out of the other types of a waste stream. And so if you want to recycle these bags, which we really encourage you to do, don't put them in your Kirby, your recycling Kirby. Put them back to the store where they have those recycling pickup containers. That's the best place for this to go if you really want to see it recycled and if you want to help our recycling stay clean. Let me give you one other one, which is just a great tip. And so here's a water bottle, of course, water bottle. And so hopefully you're drinking city water and not just water bottles, but oftentimes people have these, and when they recycle the bottle, they have gotten rid of the cap, and the cap gets recycled separately. So in other words, it's not attached to the bottle. If that's the case and it goes into our recycling, the top ends up not getting recycled. Again, not because it's not recyclable, because it is, but because unless it's attached to the bottle, the equipment can't kind of figure out how to sort it. And so ultimately, it doesn't end up, the cap doesn't end up getting recycled. So when you're done with your water or your milk jug or your juice jug or your vinegar jug, I'm trying to think of other jugs that are plastic that you might have, attach the cap to it and put it in the recycling. Then both the bottle and the cap get recycled. So anyway, just a couple of, let me give you one last one. Lots of people wish in their recycling, and I've done this before too, where I have this old, well, I got it from my mother-in-law, this old aluminum lawn chair, and it has the plastic strips across it. You know what I'm talking about? It folds up and it's aluminum. And so I think, well, it's aluminum and it's plastic, you must be able to recycle it. That is not something that's recyclable, because the machinery doesn't take it apart and separate the plastic straps from the aluminum. So it's not really recyclable in that way. Is it made out of recyclable material? Yes. But can it be recycled in your Kirby? No. So again, and I'll try and give you some more tidbits and some things that I see that go on and that we run into within our recycling. But part of our goal is to make sure we have a cleaner recycling stream. That means that it's more likely to be recycled, which is good for the environment and good for the value of that material. Phew. So anyway, let me go back to the workshop. Rivers Edge Hospital CEO recruitment process. If you want to look within our packet, again, which is on the website, you'll see a lot of great information. Here's the memo. It starts on page 15. But as some of you might know, George, our hospital CEO, is leaving us. His last day is in the first week of December, and so we are starting the process to hire a new hospital CEO. That process is really led by the hospital commission and participated in by the commission members and certainly the city council, and you will get a chance too. Now, we don't have the dates all figured out exactly, but when we have new candidates come to town, there will be an invitation to everyone to come and have coffee and a cookie or whatever with all the candidates and get a chance to meet them and provide feedback to the council and the commission. And so watch for that. We're excited for those opportunities. We did this last time, and we had a number of people show up to that meet and greet with the hospital CEO candidates. It's a really important position, not only in our hospital, but in our commission, or within our community. And God, we want to give folks within the community a chance to meet those really qualified candidates that the commission and the council are interviewing. So anyway, watch for that. We're excited about that. And if you want more information about the timeline, well, I'm sure I'll talk about it more, but certainly you can see some of it within the council workshop packet from just Monday night. Now for some of the tidbits. I do want to mention the hot sheet. If you don't get the hot sheet, get the hot sheet. We send it to your email box, or in your upper right-hand corner of your screen when you go to the city's website, you'll see City Newsletter tab. I think it says City Newsletter Hot Sheet. You can click that and get the latest hot sheet. This is all the great news of things that are going on within the city of St. Peter. Sometimes some really fluffy stuff about things that are going on, like when does leaf collection start? And then some pretty heady issues about taxes, what's within the budget, stuff like that. So anyway, this is a great piece of information, and you can either get it on your own by clicking that box, or you can send us an email. I'll give you an email in a little bit, and I'll try and put a link on our page so that you can just click on it and send us an email, and then we'll send it right to you. I also want to mention the volunteer firefighter dance. That firefighter dance is September 21st. And so we'd love to see you there. We used to call these the Fireman's Dance. And now we have not just firemen, we have firewomen too. So it's the Firefighters Dance. And it's a fundraiser for the fire department. They do lots of good work within our community, more than just fighting fires for sure. And so if you want to participate or send in a donation, they would really appreciate that. That would be fantastic. I always laugh. We always called it the Fireman's Dance before, and it sounded like only firemen were allowed to dance. No, everybody can come and dance. So if you go and you buy a ticket, have a great time. Also want to mention housing, Traverse Green Housing Subdivision. We have a couple new houses going in there and a couple houses yet for sale that are now 3 or 4 bedroom, 2 bath. So if you're looking for an affordable house, this is a great place to go if you're looking for a new affordable house. Let me also mention Green Steps. This goes in line with our sustainability efforts. And I talked a little bit about this last time, this effort to really promote environmental sustainability within the community, and some of the wonderful things that we've done, whether it's the wastewater treatment that we do, which is at such a high level, or street lighting, or the lighting changes that were made in my office, or the recycling program that I talked about earlier that we have. Those are all great things, and this Green Step program is put on by the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency and Lee, Minnesota cities, and it's a way that cities can measure themselves against others and get recognition for the good work that goes on by their community members. So anyway, watch for more on this. We're really excited about this program. Not last for sure, or not least for sure, but kind of last is, again, in that sustainability vein, we haven't had anybody sign up for a solar panel for a long time, and it's still the same good deal that it was before. So if you are interested in having your own little piece of the sun that powers your home, give us a call, let us know, go on our website. We've got lots of great information about the Solar Choice program and how that can work for you. And so I'm running out of time. This is the graphic that I normally put up, right? Here's where you can email me. Here's where you can see our website. This is where you can like us on Facebook. We'd love it if you would like us on Facebook. Give us a call. There's our Twitter handle, and there's our YouTube channel. By the way, on our YouTube channel, we not only have city council meetings, we have this video blog, and school board meetings and county commissioner meetings are on that YouTube channel as well. So you can catch up on all the stuff that's going on with your elected officials within the city of St. Peter. Phew, I think that's it. I'm going to call it quits. Thanks for clicking on State of the City. It's nice to see you this time, and hope to see you again next time.